believing in yourself and truly surrounding yourself with genuine love. Like, there's levels to this shit. Who said that? Meek Mill?
Like golf is cool, but like, have you ever danced? Like, the important piece and the missing piece is the community. Like you said, like the people supporting you, the people who do believe in you, the people who What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Just Be Real podcast. I'm your host, Marissa Tong. Thank you so much for being here, tuning into another episode. So, happy March. Happy kickoff of March. It is officially Women's History Month. We have International Women's Day coming up this Saturday. And this month, I get the chance to sit down and talk with such amazing women out here doing big things, building communities, empowering women, building knowledge, building awareness around certain topics that we don't get to talk about. So I'm really excited for those episodes to air. Today happens to be one of those episodes. I'm sitting down with my girl, Nat Beesing. Nat is a dance fitness instructor. She is Florida based and she's amazing. We met a couple years ago. We do get to talk about it a little bit during our conversation, but we met in Miami, like, I don't even know how many years ago, child. Like, I don't even know. But we were trying to figure it out too. Like, what year did we meet? Like, I don't even know. But anyway, Nat is amazing. She is a new mommy, but she's been doing this dance fitness thing for a while. She has put in so much work. She's just a genuine, amazing, nice, kind, fun, funny. She's hilarious. Like, I feel like we get each other's sense of humor just really easy. Like, we talk about just kind of hitting it off right away and not really having a certain time in history where we were like, oh, okay, like, I don't even remember like a formal meeting. I just remember us like vibing and supporting each other on Instagram for all these years. And that's really what womanhood and community is about. It's about supporting people from a distance, supporting your sisters, supporting other women, supporting other entrepreneurs and business owners. And that's why I love this podcast, because I get to sit down with other entrepreneurs and other women doing all the things, doing big things, doing scary things. We also talk a lot about imposter syndrome in this episode. So if you're someone who's experiencing imposter syndrome right now, or you have in the past, or you're just like not able to get over yourself and the hurdles and the excuses and the, just ideas that come and block us sometimes from being great, being successful, and putting out the things that we know we're capable of putting out. So we dive real deep. We get real into that conversation. So I'm really excited. I hope you guys love this conversation as much as I did, and enjoy. Hey, Nat, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Long time no see, which we have to change, but
I
all is
know.
well. All is well in my world.
Yes. Thank you so much for being here, for taking the time out today. And
Of
yeah, for
course.
chatting. I'm so excited
Oh,
to dive in.
I'm so excited. I felt like it was honestly, it was fangirl behavior when you invited me. I just was like, yes, mom, I've made
Girl, no, not at all. Like, we're gonna
it.
talk about how we like know each other and how we met, but I feel like we're on similar planes and
Yes,
paths. Like, we're
for
doing,
sure.
very similar things. Like, we've been,
Hmm.
I think, doing dance fitness for around probably the same amount of time. Like, we'll confirm that, but I feel like, girl, we're here.
Right there, right
So
there.
yeah, I'm really happy that you agreed to come on.
Thanks so much
So,
for having me.
of course, can you tell the people a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do?
All right. So, and I'm actually going to tell you something that I feel like nobody knows. And it's so funny. My real name, like legal, government name, is Natalia. That's my real name.
Ooh.
Nobody knows that. I'll be friends with people for years. And then they hear that and they're like, who's that? That is me. I am her. But
Ooh.
for all my people, you don't have to call me my government name. My name is Natalie, and I go by Nat. And I have been dancing since I was a little girl. And right now, I am 33 years old, married. I have a little daughter. She's 4 months old. Her name is Zoe, and I have three dogs. So basically, I live in a zoo. It's always fun. But that's the short blurb. That's me. And by day, I am a legal assistant. And then by night, I have my own dance, fitness, cardio platform, which is called NRGY.
Yes. First of all, congrats on launching that. It's been 2, 3 years.
It's 2 years, actually, I don't know, 2 years, 2 full years.
Yes,
I
yes.
think.
I love it. I love seeing it. I love the name, first of all, because I love the, what do you call it? The
My
energy ball.
my bolt, here we are.
Yes.
My lightning bolt. Yeah, actually the name was a group effort. Like it was with a bunch of my clients. We were just hanging out at the studio, and I know we're gonna probably get into this, but this was kind of like a work in, one of those like ideas where it seems so far-fetched, and then finally one day you're like, you know what, why not? So I was kind of talking, I suffer with the worst imposter syndrome. Like everything is like, who do I think that I am? So
Hmm.
whenever I even thought about doing something like this, it was like, girl, like be so for real. And so my clients, my amazing clients, which they really are friends, I shouldn't even call them clients, but we were just after class one day, and I had done so much like choreo and done my own songs and done my own thing that finally they were like, why don't you just do your own thing? And I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. And so we were kind of brainstorming a name,
Yeah.
and they were kind of like going back and forth with me like, okay, so what would be like important to you? And I just said the most important thing for me is energy. It has nothing to do with like the choreo or how good we are or whatever. Like none of that even matters. The most important to me is how you feel. And so my friend was like, oh, what about energy but just the letters? And it just clicked. Everybody, it was like that goosebump moment, and that's how it came out. So
I love that. And I love
thank
how
you.
people were involved in it. Sometimes you have
Mm-hmm.
an idea and it's like you might like ruminate on it or think about it, but it's nice to have another opinion on it or just, I don't
Yes.
know.
Well, especially when you have imposter syndrome,
Yeah.
because it's like you think of something and then that it's like the little devil and the angel, right? Like the little angel has all these great ideas, and then the devil's like lame, cringe, all those things. And all of a sudden the great idea, it just starts backpedaling, and then you're like, womp, this sucks. So
Yes.
it's true and then on top of that, having people that care about you and love you. So it was an
Yeah.
awesome moment. I'll never forget that.
Yes. While we're on this topic of imposter syndrome, I want to just stay here for a second because I feel like a lot of people don't understand or realize or think that dance instructors, dance teachers, choreographers, fitness instructors can have imposter
Oh,
syndrome because we're always showing up in the front, we're showing up in the spotlight, we're showing up on social media, and we come off a lot of the times like we're 100% confident all the time, right?
oh
And that like
yes.
we're just always going to put ourselves out there. So can we dive a little bit into what that has looked like for you, like your journey, like overcoming imposter syndrome, and what are some things that you've done or you've been doing to overcome that?
So, in a smaller scale, which relates to this, is I always make this joke in class to my clients is I'll always like stop the playlist like halfway. And I say halfway, but sometimes it's like two or three songs in. And I'll just tell them, I just want to be the girl who makes this playlist. I want to be whoever she thinks she is, because I'll get to class and like three songs in, I'm like, woo, I am not that girl. But that's just like the smaller scale of a much bigger issue, which is like what we're talking about. And it's so true. Like, I want to be who I am in class. That's just 1 hour out of the 24 hours a day. And I wish I could be her because she is stunning. She shows up to class, she wears her little outfit, she hypes everyone up, and then I leave. And it's like for some reason I close those, it's like a closet, like I close those little closet doors, and I just become the other version of myself. When it's like, why? I tell my husband all the time, like, I am the happiest when I'm in class. Nothing in this entire world compares to how I feel when I'm there. So it's like, why can't, it's that constant struggle of like taking that energy and bringing it to the rest of my life. And the biggest little devil on my shoulder is the imposter syndrome. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's what to be completely candid, it's why I haven't met goals. It's why maybe I'm not where I want to be in certain aspects. I have no one to blame but myself, because you hold yourself back. And it's crazy because you could just relate that to absolutely anything. You
Mhm.
can relate it to starting a business, to starting a workout, to even maybe you're single and just putting yourself out there dating. Like it can so quickly, it's almost like a slingshot. Like you slingshot back into that, like, who do you think that you are? And it's so easy to just be mean to yourself. It's like, why are we
Mhm.
like this? And it's been, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a battle. It's been a huge battle. And I think for me personally, one of the biggest, which is, I think it just all kind of snowballs into why I'm like where I'm at, because you and I know how big the dance world is. Dance is like the biggest umbrella, so many things fall under that.
Yeah.
But I think that's the reason why I'm where I'm at, because what I try to create for others is the most genuine form of like, you can literally be whoever you are. I don't care. But here, at least you have 1 hour of just being whatever, whether that's you want to be like that bad bitch and whip the hair and own the choreo, perfect. If you want to have those days where you're like, okay, I can't figure out right from left, I think that's why I do what I do, because my biggest imposter syndrome has been because of my lack of trainings. And sometimes I think I even say that and it's like, but what does that even mean? It's so crazy because I grew up dancing. I've been dancing since I was 3. I stopped when I was older in the sense of, when you're younger, it's very laborious, like it's
Mhm.
hours and you're part, and then you get older and you're like, oh man, there's other things I have to do in life. I
Yeah.
can't just do the fun stuff.
Yeah.
And so I did do all that and I did dance, and I have certain like accolades and credentials, if you want to call them. But for some reason, instead of focusing on like what I do have, all I focus on is what I don't have. So
Mm.
it's so easy to like look at others and be like, oh, well, I've never done that and I've never done this. So who do I think that I am? And
Mhm.
it's, it's something that holds you back. And if you don't actively like work on it, it's like I said before, you could just literally never hit a goal or never hit a dream that is attainable, all because of imposter syndrome. So the only like advice I can really give is believing in yourself and truly surrounding yourself with genuine love, like people who genuinely love you and care for you. Because even though we grow up like you shouldn't rely on others and stuff, the reality is you do, like that stuff affects you. And we all know, what did our mom say? You hang out with the wrong crowd, or the apple isn't far from whatever, all
Yes.
those lines, when you
Yeah.
grow up and you're like, mom, shut up. Well,
Right.
of course moms are right.
Mhm.
And that's truly what I can say, because I thank God so much every single day for sending me, amazing client. Of course, my husband, first and foremost, my husband and my family, but my clients too are just, they've always believed in me, even when I don't believe in myself. And that's really how this started, is months and maybe even years of kind of just, I would choreo my own song here or there just because I would like a song and I'd really want to do it. And then finally they were like, "Why don't you just do your own thing?" And immediate reaction was like, "Oh my God, no, I could never." Because like I said, it's just negative, all the things you have to do, like, oh my God, all the songs and all the this and the marketing, blah, blah. And you were like, so just do it. Like, who cares? And I don't know. I was just finally like, I don't know what kind of switched, but really having really positive and loving people around me really kind of like was my crutch. Like I had a good foundation with my husband and my family and my faith, big on faith.
Mhm.
And my clients were like the last little like glue that just kind of like put it all together. And they just believe in me, and they would make jokes like, girl, you could come in here and do anything and we'll follow it. And finally one day I was like, come again.
Right. Yes.
So, that's kind of just how it started, but it's hard. Imposter syndrome's hard. It's not a chapter, it's a journey. I'm still working on it.
A big journey. You said so
Hmm.
many good and important things, Nat. Like, first of all, I want to start with the fact that I think a lot of us women suffer from imposter syndrome. And I talk about this a lot, like in my blogs and things like that. Like, just owning your power, like standing on business, like, building your confidence. And like you said, it's a journey. It's not something that happens overnight, but I
No.
think society has taught us from young age, to want to be like somebody else, or that we're not as good as somebody else, or
And the social media.
social media. Like our generation has it so hard because like we literally grew up on social media. Like we started
Yep.
the first AOL,
Oh
MySpace,
my God.
Zynga, you
Good
know
times.
all of that, good times. But it's like we're also now like deep in
Yeah.
that culture where like we've been
Oh,
doing this and playing this game for so many years of comparison, and not feeling like
yep.
we're doing enough, and not feeling like we can do that or we're capable of doing it. But I think the important piece and the missing piece is the community. Like you said, like the people supporting you, the people who do believe in you, the people who want to show up for you. That's the really important piece, because that's how we are able to take the action and build the confidence over time.
100%. I always kind of make jokes too because my format is 99.9% women. And I always, sometimes like I'll even talk to my friends and like, isn't it crazy that after all these years, we haven't had any bad situations? Like truly, the community has been, I've been
Knock on
blessed.
wood,
I
girl.
know, right? I was thinking about that. I'm like, God, don't play with me.
Yeah.
But it's a great, great community. I've been very, very blessed. I've attracted, through prayer and manifesting,
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful women. I'm very lucky.
Yes, I love that. That's really important. And also the grace piece, right? With us, like women, like we have to have grace with ourselves. Like, and I think specifically, if you're a mom, if you are a mom entrepreneur, if you are an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, like the pressure is so much more,
Oh my God, so
than
much.
just having like, a regular job. And there's nothing wrong with having a regular job. Not to say
Hmm.
they don't have their own
Right.
pressure. But I think when you're building something from scratch and when you're building something that is your baby, there's a different type of pressure, and it's like a
Oh,
different type of
100%.
way that
Because
you
let
need to
me
show
tell
up.
you, there will always be someone better.
Yeah.
There'll always be someone that gets there faster, that gets there easier. Let's just be real. That's just the truth. The cards are the cards, and that's what it is. And it's so easy. Like it always goes back to what I said about looking. It's like, which perspective do you want to have? Because, of course, it's so easy to be like, look at one person and go, oh my God, how did she get there so fast? I'm so jealous. Versus looking at being like, wow, I did all this far. And there's many days of being on both sides. It's hard. It's hard. It's definitely not linear, that's for sure.
Girl, yeah. And that's probably one of my biggest things that I've had to work on over the years, like not
Yes.
trying to like I don't know, like seeing other people who I might feel like, how the hell did they get there? Like, I've been doing this longer, or I feel like, they're, whatever my own beliefs are. We all have our own beliefs
100%.
about people, or how we should be, or why we're not here and why they're there. But it's like
Mm-hmm.
once you detach from that, and it's a everyday process, it's not just like,
Literally.
you don't wake up and you're just like, I
Yeah.
don't care. Like, as soon as you go
Right.
on Instagram, the comparison begins. It's like, oh,
Yep.
fuck. Like, how the hell, like I've been
Yeah.
running my, YouTube channel for 10 years. This person just started in 3 months and they already have so and so subscribers. It's like
Right. This
it
many
never
subscribers, this many
stops.
views. It never stops. And that goes back to what we were saying about us growing up in social media. It's crazy. It's so
Yeah,
hard.
it
It's not like
is.
back then where you had no clue what this person was doing. Now, with everything being at the touch of a button, my God, it's rough. But when you think about it, we're all on the struggle bus.
Girl,
So,
yes, yes.
we
Mm-hmm.
all go through the same things. It's just in
Mm-hmm.
different ways.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the understanding that we're all human and everybody's on
Mm-hmm.
their own journey. Everybody's here with a different purpose and a different mission. It's like
Yeah,
once you understand that, it's like you understand what your purpose is and what your gifts are and the things that God has sent you to do for yourself. It's like, okay, I can care a little bit less about other
exactly.
people. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's not about like not having goals or expectations. It's just about like being kinder to yourself
Yeah.
and realizing that while, yes, I have like this laundry list of goals, it's okay. It's kind of like that taking a step back and not having such control over it and knowing
Yeah.
like, okay, if I don't hit this goal or if I don't hit that, it's okay. You can still have the goal. You can
Mm-hmm.
still fight for those things without being so like, chokehold, which
Yeah.
is hard, so
Yeah.
hard.
It's so hard. So I want to pivot the conversation a little bit and ask you. Oh my God, y'all. So I just bought a brand new pair of professional dance heels from Burju Shoes, and I am completely obsessed. These are not only fashionable, but they're completely, absolutely comfortable. They're so lightweight, they fit my foot like a glove, and my feet are just completely happy. Versus when I first started taking heels classes and teaching heels classes, I was just picking up random heels from department stores and they were killing my feet. My feet would be swollen, I would have blisters, they would scuff up the floor at the dance studio. So I'm so happy that I came across Burju shoes. These are without a doubt the best heels in the industry, and a few celebrities, including Chloe Bailey, J Lo, and Megan Thee Stallion, have been spotted wearing these during their big performances. So you know they're good. You absolutely need to invest in yourself this year and stop wasting your money on shoes that will only last you a week, girl. Okay, if you're looking to level up and get into your heels bag and just build your confidence, you're gonna need the right shoes. So these shoes will completely level up your dancing and help build your confidence because you're not worried about how your feet feel. Me and my clients have been wearing Burju shoes for a few years, and I'm honestly never gonna switch back. Like, I would never switch back to a department store heel, okay, honey? These shoes are lightweight, stylish, durable, and they come in a variety of different heel heights and styles for every different type of dance. The service is incredible, and if you need to exchange a size, they'll quickly help you do that. I do recommend ordering one full size up since these shoes are meant to hug your foot. So check out the amazing selection at burjushoes.com. Use my discount code RISFITKitty. That's RISSFITKITTY to save some cash on your next purchase. And let's get to dancing. So this is like a trick question, but it's also like a fun question. Do you feel like you had more or less imposter syndrome, like being a student versus like being an instructor? Like, what has felt more challenging for you, or
Um, wow, that is a trick question only because it's in my eyes, it's just different kinds of imposter syndrome because you show up, like I tell people all the time, I try to tell my clients, like, please know how just showing up is like you did that shit because it is so hard. Like for any of you who are watching and are not in the dance world is intense.
yes,
Oh my God,
yeah,
like you show up to a place and women are intimidating. Like it's all just so intimidating. So it's just different levels of imposter syndrome because as a client, it takes a lot. I tell people like be proud of yourself because there's people that will go years without trying it because it's such a barrier to kind of like get on the other side of it.
mm-hmm.
And then we all have that natural part of ourselves that like want to be great. I mean, let's be real. What the fuck? Everybody who tries something, like you want to be great at what you do, who doesn't? I mean, that's just like natural. So, and then you come and you just feel like your brain is not attached to your body and you look in the mirror and you're like, who the hell is she? Because that's not who is in, that's not who's up here. So
Yes,
that part is hard. And I tell people all the time, that's so hard. But then it's just about kind of like leveling up the imposter syndrome. Because then
yeah,
you're like, wow, now I'm going to branch out and do this on my own. Like, literally, who the fuck do I think that I am?
mm-hmm.
I have those days. Because then it's like when it's in that limbo if you haven't launched yet, but it's in the works, you have those moments of like, well, I could just back out and nobody would know. Take the
Right,
easy way out. Like, let's just not tell anyone. And so, but then once you're out there, you're like, then you have that moment of, oh my God, I I committed. Like I have to
yes,
do this. And you know what? Here's something that I have no problem like kind of being um open about and speaking of. I have always wanted to do like an online platform.
yes,
Girl, imposter syndrome times 1,000. And it's so much. It's like I start thinking of everything I have to do for it. And one of the biggest things, which I know we'll get into of like my background and where we met and all
yeah,
that I can say I'm very proud to say like my what led me to where I'm at now. And my last boss, one of the things that I take with me, I take many things with me from that experience. But one of the positive things that I definitely take is that she taught me, like it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do it, like and we say that to our own clients.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell am I? Like, I say it to my clients, like, you don't need to be perfect, just come. But then when it comes to me, I don't apply those same things. So it's like, hello, girl. So it's just levels. There's levels to this shit. Who said that? Meek Mill? Was it Meek? Philosopher. He knew.
Sorry, I had to mute my mic because my dog was bugging out. But yes, it
I'm
was
glad it
me.
wasn't my dog.
I knew there was going to be a moment. I can't. Yeah, no, it's true. Like, yeah, and the good thing is, like you said, once you get started and you get the momentum, it's like, okay, cool. I committed. I signed up. That was the hardest thing. Now it's like you can get in competition with yourself to like
Yep.
continue leveling up and like, okay, can I
Mm-hmm.
get better? Can I like
Yep.
really get this choreo down? Can I like
Mm-hmm.
whatever your goal is, can I drop, 5 pounds? Can I maybe move a couple lines up to the front of the room? It's like
Yep.
having those individual goals for yourself and like wanting to compete with yourself, I think
Yeah. a
it's
hundred percent.
it's really healthy and normal.
Yeah.
I love that. So let's dive a little bit into motherhood. So you recently had a beautiful baby girl.
Yes, my daughter. She is so
Congrats.
cute. Thank you so much.
She's a cutie pie. How
Thank
has
you.
that been,
I
that
agree.
transition?
I will say it has not been hard. However, I tell anybody who's willing, I mean, obviously, I'm speaking to whoever's watching this. If you've made it this far, you already know I'm a certified yapper. So I will tell anyone who asks me. But people will ask me, like, what's like the most helpful thing? Hands down, a partner who is going to be a father. Like, let me tell you right now, if you're watching this and you are a single mother, you, my friends, are a fucking hero for real because
Yeah. Are you tired of stressing over meal prep, grocery shopping, and figuring out what to cook every single night? I know I am, child, okay? I am not trying to be slaving over the kitchen stove and worrying about washing dishes every single night. It's too much. Running a business is enough for me, honey. So, allow me to introduce you to Cook Unity, your personal chef at your fingertips. Cook Unity delivers chef crafted meals straight to your door, made with high quality, fresh ingredients. Whether you're craving a hearty pasta, a healthy grain bowl, or something gourmet, there's something for every palate. These recipes are authentic, full of flavor, and created by local chefs who love food just as much as you do. As someone who's always on the go, whether it's teaching fitness classes, choreographing routines, or spending quality time with my friends or my pup, I love how Cook Unity saves me time without sacrificing flavor or nutrition. Plus, I get to try dishes from top chefs that I wouldn't normally have access to. So I can literally switch it up from Chinese to Mexican to Italian to Caribbean. I love it. I love it. I love it. No more takeout guilt, no more boring leftovers, just real delicious meals made just for you. So if you're ready to elevate your weeknight dinners, then head on over to cookunity.com and use my code MARTONG00 to get $60 off your first order. I will put that in the show notes for you so you can get easy access and take you right to the website. Okay, so don't forget, put your order in right now, okay, because they need to know what you're ordering. So even if you don't have the time to put your order in, they will go based off your preferences and your first questionnaire when you go to the website, and you can set up literally like your dietary needs, if you have any allergies, anything like that. So go right now, okay? Cook Unity, this is where convenience meets culinary creativity.
I feel like motherhood is not easy by any means. It's not simple, but I don't, I've never felt like I've been in the trenches because I truly have 50-50% help. My husband from the get was like, he would say it as a joke, but I know he's not joking. He'd be like, please go back to class. Because I'm not a good human when I don't dance and have my, my world.
Yeah.
Those were horrible. Mm. So he was like, please, please go back. But it's like one of those, I don't have to worry. I can actually be present when I'm back teaching or dancing because I have the help. And I don't know how moms do it without help. It's
Yeah.
so like when you're alone, it's so hard. So number one, having, a wonderful partner, a wonderful father, that is everything because having help makes it I don't want to say bearable because my God, that sounds terrible, but doable. Doable is a
Yes.
better word.
Yeah.
But then again, also let the crowds know I have one. So if you have more than one child, please call me because I don't know how you do it.
I don't know how,
It's
girl.
it's a lot, but it's fun. Let me tell you, it's so fun. Like it's so funny when you're like on the other side of it. So many years of like clients and family and friends telling me, "Oh my God, you just wait," or "You have no idea." I didn't have any idea. However, they are
Yeah.
right. Like time flies, and it's so fun seeing her like change and grow. It's only been 4 months,
Oh my
and
God.
already like I'll look back at pictures and I'm like, "Oh my God, I don't even recognize her." It's so crazy. Time is a, a thief for real, but it's great. I really love it. Love it.
Yes. What has been your hardest challenge between entrepreneurship and new motherhood? What's been
Oh,
like,
girl, time.
yeah.
Time. Like, I wish I could add 8 hours to every day, cut myself in, because
Clone
you do,
yourself.
right? Because there's just there's just so much to do. Like sometimes I don't know, like I'll just be, doing something, cleaning something, and then I realize like, oh my God, I haven't even posted about my class. Like,
I
or
haven't even
Monday.
eaten
I
anything.
haven't eaten, right. Or like, oh my God, I haven't had a sip of water. I'm supposed to teach. I'm like a dried raisin. Like, so by far, it's time because I really wish I had more time, because you want to take advantage when the baby's sleeping, but then there's so many things to do. And
Yeah.
on top of that, I work during the day. So it's like, I just wish I had more time. And this is just a personal thing. It's not, some people, and I wish I could be like this. I need sleep.
Yes. Yes.
Girl, I don't know how I just don't know how people do it, like running on fumes. I've never
No.
been like that. I remember back in college days, people would be like, no, because did an all-nighter.
No, no way.
All-nighter. No.
Definitely not.
So I'm definitely not the person that's gonna like when she goes to sleep at night, stay up for 10 hours.
Mm-mm. No, no,
So
no.
definitely time, if being a mother and being an entrepreneur and
Yeah.
even any other hat, I think it's just very challenging to kind of like time block, schedule, be organized. And those are all things that take effort. And maybe some people it comes natural, everybody has certain gifts and certain weaknesses, but the point is it's like it takes effort. You have to be like, okay, let me sit for a second, map out what I'm going to do today and it's okay if not everything gets done, but like something has to get
Yes.
because
Yes.
if not, sometimes you have those days where like you sit down at night and you're like I don't even know what I did. The day's
Right.
gone, but I don't know what happens.
The day's
So
just gone.
definitely it's just time and being selective of your time and it's also not being like a machine. Like be kind. Some days I want to spend an hour doom scrolling on TikTok. And
Yeah.
that's just what I'm going to do because that's
Yeah.
for my mental health,
Right.
but there's a balance. It's like unfortunately, you can't do that all day, every day. So it's just a matter of being kind to yourself. You don't have to be rigid, but you have to be like smart about it.
Yeah.
But time. So when you figure out how to add more hours to the day, let me know.
Girl. That's why I'm like, am I even having children? Like, first of all, I just want to say, I feel like I want to find my husband this year, or I feel like I don't know. But at the same
Mm.
time, it's like to get to that point of wanting to have a baby, like I don't even know. That might be 2037. Like, I don't, girl. I don't know, but I give you mommy so much props because girl, I'm stressed and I'm just a dog mom. Like I don't know how
Okay, but dog
props
mom life, let me tell you, that's intense too.
it
So,
is. It is.
that's a
Yeah,
lot. You're still a
girl.
mommy.
Exactly. I traveled with him on a plane for the first time last month and like
Oh
that was a crazy experience, like I felt
my
so
God.
bad, but we're working through it. So I want to let's pivot the conversation a little bit. So what's on like your manifestation or goal list? Like you don't have to tell me obviously like what you're manifesting, but like what's coming up for you this year like energy wise? Like what are your goals? Where you see the format going? Like
Oh, that's such a great question.
yeah.
Definitely I think in one word that just sums it up is like elevation. I just want to take what I have and elevate it, even if it's just a little bit. I'm okay with that. Like
Yeah.
I'm okay with, I don't have to end 2025 as like an influencer with like 7 million followers. That would be great.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be like that. I just want to take what I have and challenge myself and elevate what I've created because I think what we do I teach once a week, like if I can do some pop-up classes on the weekend, I will, but I only teach once a week. And honestly, I think what we do is too great to be just one day a week. It's just,
Mm,
no, I look at everything and I'm like, no, everybody deserves to experience this. And it makes me sad. Like sometimes I'll have clients that are like, oh, I can't make it this week. And then they're stuck, they can't
yeah.
come or whatever. So I just want to elevate everything. And like I said before, I would love to do like are so inspiring. What you do,
Thank you.
your online platform, people. I know because I know the background, but like people don't know. And what you do, it takes a hell of a lot
Yeah.
hell of a lot. So
Yeah.
props to you. You inspire me so much. And I just love watching you thrive on socials because that's what I want to do. You inspire me, honestly, in a lot of ways. And basically, I hope to end 2025 as not just a one day a week. Almost like a little hobby, even though it's not by any
Yeah.
means, but from an outsider's perspective, it could look like that. I just want
Mhm.
to elevate it. I want to put more love and nourishment into my business so that it can flourish more, so it's not just a Monday night class. I want it to be something that people can connect with online on socials and stuff like that. So that's my goal is to just
Yeah.
elevate even if just a little bit. I'm okay
Yeah.
with a little bit.
Yeah. I definitely can see. Yeah, I see expansion for you. Like I need to try a class. I'm gonna come to Florida. I don't know when, but
Yes.
girl, I gotta make my way out of there. I gotta make my way out there.
Out there.
Yeah, we have so much to talk about too, like off camera, but I'm excited for you. I think it's gonna be an
Mm,
amazing year.
thank
And
you.
do you see like a team in the works? Like, do you see other instructors teaching your format at some point? Like,
So that is like the biggest scary,
oh
biggest
girl, yeah,
scary for
I
me.
know.
And people have asked me, I've had people ask me, and that's like, isn't that like the best compliment? When somebody
Yes.
asks you for something you don't offer, is such a compliment. And especially somebody wanting to teach, it's like imposter syndrome, girl, what the fuck? And I'm like, no, shh. But I just struggle with like I don't want to half-ass it. I want to, if I do it, I want it to be great because it kind of rolls back into what I provide and like what people feel. It's so important that that would be like across everything. Does that make sense? Like, I want to
Yeah.
make sure I'm giving everything I need to give to make sure somebody can replicate it. Not that it's identical, because why would everybody want to take 1,000? You know how it is. One person has a favorite instructor, and then they like this person. Everybody has style and sauce and flavor. But I just want to make sure that the bread is like the same and make sure that people are getting that what I hope people are getting. I think so, but
Yeah.
that's so important to me. So that would be like biggest picture would be definitely. instruct it, like certifying and doing all that. But lower scale, definitely within kind of more like arm's reach would be like an online platform, because I have so many people across so many states that they message me all the time and they're like, oh,
Oh,
I just want to take a class so bad. And,
yeah.
I want them to be able to experience that, especially because I feel like instructors would be something that I rely more on others. At least the online thing, like it's on me, kind of,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I can get that ball rolling a little bit
Yes.
faster, hopefully. But oh my
Yeah.
God, I would love to have like certifications just because, like I said, I want everybody to experience what we feel in class.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for that. And you know how it is. Like you
Yes.
just want that. When you like love what you do, you're like desperate. It has nothing to do with the money. I could care
Mm-hmm.
less about that. It's about and I used to say this all the time. Like I wish I could bottle up what we make people feel and so that we
Yeah.
could just distribute it, because
Yeah.
it's, man, there's like nothing like it.
It's special.
I'm biased, but dance world, but
It's
it's just the
true.
best. It's the
It,
best.
it's true. Yeah, like when I meet someone, I'm like, so, what are your hobbies? What do you do? And they're just like, oh, I play golf. Like golf is cool, but like, have you ever danced? Like, have you ever taken a dance class? Like, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
that's cool, whatever, but do you dance?
It's a
It's
different
so true.
vibe.
I mean, it is, man, because you like anybody can dance and anybody can be great because it's subjective. You know what I mean? Like anybody can just throw down and it's just awesome. It's not like a ball in a hoop. That's what I'm trying to say,
Right.
and no shade. I mean, I wish I'm
Yeah.
like the size of the ball. I could never. But, it's just anybody can be great and feel great. So it's like you want to share that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, keep sharing your light, girl. You are such a beautiful person. I don't even
You're
remember
so
like
sweet.
the first time we met in person. I want
I
to
don't
say
either.
maybe the conference, like
Maybe
2019,
I don't
2018.
honestly, I don't remember. I just remember it's almost like you not in my life, but then you all up in my life. Like I don't remember any in between. I think that's because we're so like dance culture world. Like you're just automatically besties. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
doesn't matter when you have that like you just can relate in that same way. You're immediately like, okay, hey sis. I
Yes.
feel like that's how it was for us. I just remember you being like, okay, hey fam, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. There was an automatic connection. I think to like we'll give, a lot of credit to just like the Vixen Army. So if you
Mm-hmm.
guys don't know, like Nat used to teach Vixen workout. I used to teach Vixen workout. That was kind of like starting grounds. And
Mm-hmm.
well, my starting grounds were like Zumba. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, definitely. But for some reason, I didn't always, there was something kind of missing with Zumba. And no shade whatsoever, because Zumba, I didn't even know until I kind of got in this world that Zumba's very like individualized. I didn't know that. Since I had only really stuck with Vixen, I just assumed that everything was like that until I actually was certified at one point in Zumba. And I realized they really give you like free reign to kind of do your own thing. So I didn't know that. So it's
mm-hmm.
no shade whatsoever to Zumba. It was probably just I didn't
Mm-hmm.
really connect with whatever instructor I went to, and
Yeah.
no shade
Yeah.
whatsoever. Because like I said, I got Zumba certified.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it was
I'm
it. But
girl, I'm gonna throw some shade at Zumba because let me stop. I taught Zumba for a good, I want to say like 6 years. I don't remember, but I got into Vixen and
I
Vixen. I
didn't
was
know
like, this
that.
is more of
Okay,
my style. I
right.
love it. And like I give so much credit to Zumba for like allowing me to build community and like get me into gyms and all that. It was great.
Hmm.
My issue with Zumba as a business is that there's no cap. There's no limit. So it's like you get certified, everyone gets certified.
Everyone, it's so
And
true.
then there's no control on or like standard on like the instructors. Like I've heard so many
Hmm.
experiences from people who are like, I took a horrible Zumba class because there's
Yes.
no monitoring, there's no training. It's just
Zero.
like, here, get a certification, and then if you want to do our choreo, it's there for you.
Right. It's like actual free reign. Like
Yeah.
free. It's a free for all.
Yes. So it's a
Hmm.
little bit too free. And I think it's
Hmm.
just become a little bit too like corporate, where it's like
Yep.
there's just a million Zumba instructors. And at that point, it's like there's no standard of like, the
Yeah, there's no
class. And
quality control. And that kind of goes back to what I mentioned. Like, it's really important for me. it's not about the for me about like the dancing. We all put our own sauce and flavor and all that. I just want to make sure like the hub is the same, because that's
Yes,
important to me. So I feel you. I definitely
exactly.
feel you on that.
Yeah, yeah.
So we
Yeah.
met, yeah, we met at probably at
I think in
conference.
Miami. Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think we met there because I remember you had the little bob.
Yes.
Yeah. And I remember like I'll go back and
Yeah.
like look at those pictures sometimes. I'm like, oh, we were like in the same pictures. And yeah,
Oh
that
my
was a
God.
good
We have to
time.
find one of those.
Mm-hmm.
We have to find one.
Yeah. That was,
That
and
would
then
be
yeah, and
so
then me and
great.
Ebony, we came to Miami. You were there. You took
Mm-hmm.
like amazing care of us. You were just such good vibes. And
That makes me so happy.
yeah, that was 2022, I think, the
Was
last
it
time. Mm-hmm.
2022?
I want to say,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
So
man.
we're
Great
overdue. We need
time.
a
We
little.
are so overdue. Girl, I
Mm-hmm.
have a guest room. Just saying.
Oh, stop. Don't
You're
tell me
welcome whenever. As long
Don't
as you
tell
don't
me that.
mind baby crying and dog barking.
Girl. Yeah, that's
You're
fine.
always welcome.
Oh, thank you. We definitely need to plan something. Y'all, 2025 just started and it already feels like it's been like 5 years. I desperately need a break, and I feel like so many of y'all also are feeling the exact same way. So, I want to invite you on my next couple of retreats coming up for 2025. This is really, really exciting. So, we have 3 retreats coming up. Let's talk about the first one. So, we have the Phoenix Rising retreat that's going to be in Sedona and Scottsdale, Arizona from March 13th to the 17th. So, we're going to be spending 4 nights, 5 days in the desert, soaking up the sun, but also deeply transforming into the next version of ourselves. I am super excited for this. Registration is closing very soon. So, if you're interested, make sure you grab your spot as soon as possible. We're getting close to retreat season, boo. Okay, so these flight prices are about to hike up. We just need to make sure we have our ducks in order. Okay, where are we going this year? Let's manifest it. Let's write it down. Let's book it and put that deposit in. So, the second retreat we have going on is going to be in Greece. This is the goddess retreat happening in Mykonos and Andros. Now, if you guys don't know anything about Andros, it is a hidden gem in Greece, okay? It's beautiful, it's tucked away. It is the authentic Greek experience without all of the high tourism and craziness happening in certain parts of Greece. So we're going to be splitting our time in Mykonos and Andros. Really excited for this. This is going to be a chance to connect with your feminine energy, to connect with nature and the ocean, and to really just get back to you, to your beautiful self. And our last retreat happening is going down August 8th to 11th in Seattle, Washington. And this is going to be a retreat specially curated for women of color. Now, 2025, honey, we already have so much going on, especially with this presidency. Let's just be real. And I think that women of color, specifically Black women, really need to protect their peace and up their self care this year. So, this one is for y'all, babes, okay? The unmasking retreat. This is an opportunity to remove the mask, show up fully as yourself, authentically heal, get within community, really have fun, and prioritize your health, wellness, and joy. Again, this is happening August 8th to 11th. Now, this one is application required, so you can head to our website, fill out the application, and if you want to drop your deposit, if you come in, girl, and you fit them qualifications, then let's go, okay? Let's book it. Put yourself first. February is all about self-love. It's all about self-care, and it's all about tapping into you. So let's get back to the essence of ourselves. Let's love on ourselves, and I'll see you guys wherever we're going. Nat, thank you so much for coming on, sharing your energy, sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, your vibes. Can you tell the people where they can find you on socials?
Absolutely. You can find me on Instagram at Nat Beesing. You can find me on TikTok also at Nat Beesing, but I also have one for energy I think it's Energy Fitness. That's my TikTok. But yes, I would love for you to find me. This was so much fun.
Yeah.
Certified yapper here to
No,
stay.
I think everyone's going to enjoy this conversation. I think, especially because imposter syndrome is very relatable for
Oh my God.
a lot of people, especially women, especially in our communities. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. Definitely make sure you guys go follow Nat on social media.
Thank
And if you
you.
guys are in Florida, where exactly in Florida can people find your classes?
So I'm in Broward County, which is I'm probably about 15 to 20 minutes from Miami, of course, depending on where you're at. But I'm specifically in Cooper City. And right now I'm on Monday nights, but I'm soon gonna switch to Tuesday nights. So thank you
Yeah.
so much. This has been so much fun. I appreciate you so much.
Yes, of course. So go follow Nat. If you're in Florida, go take her class. Okay, you won't be disappointed. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, get notified when we drop new episodes. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, rate and review the podcast. I would appreciate that so much. Follow us on Instagram. We also have a new YouTube account for the podcast. So go check that out. And we'll see you in another episode. Bye.
Bye. Bye.